What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from Kowan called A Dream in Danger. Now, Kowan is a rapper who's coming out in New Jersey, and he did make my year-end list a couple of years ago with his album called Broken Chronicles. It was one of the best indie projects that I reviewed that year. I believe it was back in 2018. So make sure you check that out, and then check out this project, his social media, and all his other work by taking a look at the links down below in the information box. But jumping right into this one, I think the most memorable tracks are the ones where he goes a little bit deeper with his content and subject matter. You have the song Friends Around. This has some crawling keys and a funky bass line on it, so I really did like the beat. And I appreciate how this one has him calling out the fake gangsters who ain't about that life. He's basically warning them that if you keep playing dangerous games, you're gonna win a dangerous prize, man. You gotta be careful. You can't be frontin', because that shit'll get you got. So I like the content on that track as well as the sound. And another standout is Back to the Future, which shows off one of the album's most interesting concepts. On this one, he's going back and talking to his younger self over this light boom bap beat. Really sounds dope. And the big intro theory is so good that I don't understand why he put that as a bonus track. It has this very uplifting, epic, and triumphant instrumental on it. And here he's spitting vividly about his humble beginnings and experiences, including seeing bullets flying around, getting into fights. These tracks right here, these three that I just spoke on, are definitely some of my favorites, and I think you'll enjoy them a lot too. They sound good, they have great content, and it is Kowan at his best in my opinion. But one of the issues with this album is that you do fall into a lot of genericism and some moments that are kind of fillerish, especially when it comes to the content. Whether calling out the doubters on Doubt Me, or speaking on the importance of authenticity and overcoming the struggle on True to Self, he does play it kind of safe sometimes. And that's not a knock on him, because a lot of rappers do cover these topics, but the key is to do it in a way that's exceptional, unique. Maybe you have some different production styles, maybe you're experimenting with your flows and vocals a bit more. You don't get anything that's too inventive and over the top when it comes to risk taking, so that is something that did hold this one back a bit. Sonically, it all sounds pretty fine. I think it makes for a light and pleasant listen, but I wanted some more risks. I wanted some more moments that really blew me away, grabbed me, kept my attention, or had me just going, oh shit, this beat is crazy, or that flow is insane. Really didn't get a lot of that, and that content that does deliver the sort of standard underground rapper grind, struggle, that stuff, it does get old kind of quick. So that was one of my gripes with this one. Keeping with these themes, we have the song Motive. Here he's chasing commas and once again reflecting on his come up, including looking back at when his mama whooped his ass because he took one of her Pepsis. And A Dream in Danger has more of this content as he once again muses about coming up, staying focused, and just really working towards his goals. You do have a nice soothing, somewhat lo-fi production here that works really well with what he's rapping about, and he does admit to having it bad for Christina Milian, which I definitely can co-sign, man, because she looked bad as hell in that Dip It Low video. Wonder where she's at now and what she's up to, but she was definitely a heartthrob back in the day, so I'm with him on that one. But one of the better come-up joints on here has got to be Joyful. Has one of the best beats on here with those hard snares and those horns. Very catchy hook. This is one of those hooks that kind of reminded me a little bit of 50 Cent. I'm not saying he sounds exactly like him. I'm just saying there are instances on this album where you pick up on his inflection or vocal stylings. That reminds me of that a little bit. And this is where he's speaking on how important it is to move on from those who try to hold you back. And he does have a line on here that I really like when he spits. Trying to live in paradise, but instead I am paranoid. Which I took it as him saying he's trying to get to where he wants to be, achieve his goals, live his dreams, but that paranoia, your mental state, can sometimes hold you back. So there is a bit of introspection and depth to be found here. I'm just saying the content and the way the content is approached isn't really anything too new, and it does get a little bit generic at times. I've said that a couple times, but I'm just driving that point home. You're also going to get some standard relationships-based tracks here with Midnight, Like Your Style, and The One, and I would say Midnight is the best of all three. It has these very gentle strums on the production. Once again, you're getting a catchy hook, and this line was pretty funny to me when he said, if she had a penny for every nigga who looked at her ass more than her face, she'd be richer than Bill Gates. I thought that was a pretty funny line, and I think we all understand what he's getting at. But in spite of the run-of-the-mill content that I've broken down so far in this review, I need to make it clear that he's still really good as a rapper. I think he has some smooth flows, he sounds confident, he has some clever lines and catchy hook vocals. Again, it does remind me of 50 Cent from time to time. But my main issue with this album is that it just didn't hit me with much of an impression. You know what I mean? It didn't really have me wanting to come back to it for more. It didn't give me a lot of stuff to really break down, like really deep and over-the-top lyrics. The production was pretty safe, although it does sound good. These are the things that I did have a little bit of an issue with. But man, the beats and flows are so smooth. You'll hear this on Mind Over Matter and Best of the Worst. He handles that gentle production with ease. He sounds really good on those beats. I just feel like this project could have used some more meat on its bones, you know? A bit more creativity, a bit more depth, a bit more inventiveness. These types of things would have helped. Because I would say the most creative moment, honestly, is probably OWTP, where you get the soft lounge style production that's okay, but then that flow on the last verse was kind of dry and stale in my opinion. So it's still not the greatest track overall, but it was a little bit outside of the box in comparison to the other tracks. So yeah, that's all I got to say on this one. I am going to go with the 6.5 out of 10. I almost went with the 7, but I just felt like some of the tracks here could have been trimmed off. They didn't really bring too much. Same topics being rehashed over and over. You know, I've already said a couple times what my issues were, but I would still say check it out, man. There are moments on here where he really shows flashes of brilliance. I think he can do much better than this. That's just my opinion. And my least favorite track would be Life of the Party. I just thought it sounded very outdated all around, and it didn't stick out too much other than those wonky echo effects that he had on his vocals on the outro. That was just kind of a weird part. I didn't think that came together too well, in my opinion, but still, pretty good project. 6.5 doesn't mean bad, it means it's above average, means it's pretty good. Check it out. Let me know how you think. You might like it more than me. It is a nice vibe going on here. But yeah, hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts and opinions. Make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love, you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.